shout out to our new subscribers, because we have got a couple. If you've stuck around with us for a while, you'll know that we always talk about our valued 30 that we've got, but we're up to 32.
Hi, Mum.
Welcome to the gang. Welcome back to the Grammy-nominated YouTube show, Music Is It Good Though? You're here with the hosts, which is me and thee.
Nice and stumbly opening.
Didn't.
I think we should make our own awards anyway, because we're definitely not Grammy-nated. Grammy-nated?
Grammy-nated, who's stumbling?
I think we should make the Spammies.
The Spammies.
Where you get awarded a tin of Spam.
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
Not good for you, like.
Well, we don't. Well, yeah, I guess I was thinking that you meant our own award show where we award the acts that we're reviewing, but you're saying we make our own award show that we win.
Yeah.
So tell me, what have you been listening to over the past 7 days?
Well, you've just heard what I've been listening to.
Yeah, but they've not, have they?
Oh, yeah. Thin Lizzy, because I was just saying to my co-host here that Metallica did a cover of Borderline by Thin Lizzy. Definitely check that out, because it's really good.
You just keep on pushing my love. Is that not Metallica?
No. And I've just been listening to some Bob Dylan again. Nashville Skyline. Just because I know it annoys you.
I wasn't even there when you did it, so how would it annoy you?
I know, but just so I can say that I've done it, because to get that reaction.
Okay.
How about you?
I've had, over the past week, an album that I've given a 10 out of 10 to on my...
Is it Metallica?
It's not, on my Instagram that I'll put a link to here. 10 out of 10 album and a 1 out of 10 album. So it's gone all over the place this week. So the 10 out of 10...
Exciting.
Yeah. A few 9s as well, But anyway, we'll stick with the facts, which everything so far has been. The 10 out of 10 album, Parallel Lines by Blondie.
I love that album.
Yeah, it's just... back-to-back fantastic songs. There's nothing to say. Well, they could have done that better.
Yeah.
So it was just nice, easy, perfect album.
Would you say that classes as punk?
I guess it's a big scope of punk, isn't it? Poop.
Maybe we should just start this video again.
No, it's all good.
Punk.
We're not hungover.
We're just dumb.
Stum, yeah. And then the 1 out of 10 album that I've had, a band that I hadn't heard of before, but then on some research maybe I should have, The Birthday Party.
Oh yeah, is that Nick Cave?
Yeah, which I didn't know that he even had a band other than the Bad Seeds. I reviewed that and I was just like, my god, this is awful. Stupid noise punk where it's just noise. It's not nice. It's just unpleasant to listen to and it's rubbish.
He was on drums. No.
Coming to our album this week, which is hot from the press.
Yes, really
it's hot. The Reytons. What's rock and roll? As we always say, any preconceptions? Had you heard of them?
Never heard of them. But is it meant to be like, ooh, they're Reytons then? Is that how it's meant to be?
It could be.
I hate it.
It could be. I'd never even thought of that. And the Reytons.
Northern.
Yeah, they are Yorkshire, aren't they?
Yeah, both of them,
yeah. The Reytons, they are.
Yeah, I'd never had any preconceptions of them. I kind of knew what to expect going in, and it didn't change that. How about you?
Very similarly, no preconceptions because I hadn't heard of them. Do you know, like, I know you're Wikipedia boy, have they had any other albums before this?
One album before this, and apparently this album is so successful. I don't know if did it get to number 1 or something.
That's why we picked it, because it's number 1 in the charts.
So it was number 1, and it's like they were unsigned before that.
All right.
Which I found quite impressive.
Yeah.
And also question the music taste of everyone. But the guy who fronts them, again, Wikipedia.
Is he a Reyton?
Well, he is a Reyton. Apparently he had a rap career under the name of Jaya Summit. It isn't that.
Jaya Summit?
That's more northern than whatever it was. So, yeah.
That Jaya Summit's a Reyton, isn't he?
That mustn't have worked out. So he's turned to scumbag indie rock.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the reason why we picked this album was because it was just a matter last time of looking at what's new in the charts, and this was number 1 and we hadn't heard of it before, so...
No. I mean, it could be a really big indie band. I wouldn't really know anymore.
Yeah, true. But that's how we got to this situation. Should we talk about the album art? Because it's a bit weird.
Yeah, it is very weird. Let me just refresh my memory. Remember there being a dog in there?
I thought for like a good few days that it was Al Murray, the bald comedian.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think it is.
No, it's
but
not even a dog. It's a guy carrying fish and chips. But it's a guy carrying a dog. It's some people coming through the door.
It's like knocking the fish and chips out of his hands, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just a northern,
Yeah,
like going to Chippy.
Like scummy. He looks like scum, doesn't he? The guy.
It looks like, yeah. They're going for like showing council estate working class roots, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Like I don't know the band.
If you saw that, you'd be like, yeah, I know what this is going to be. Well, to be fair, it could either be what it is.
Or grime.
It could be grime.
It could be
or
grime.
something like the streets or something.
Yeah.
Anything that shows that the working class and on the side of the common man.
So what did you make of the album?
Regardless of my previous comment.
I knew this was coming.
It was okay. The first, I just had to get my head around the singing because I hate that, like proper northern.
Very accented singing.
Yeah, I don't mind accented singing. That accent singing is
our
bad.
accent, basically.
Yeah, I don't want to hear me on a track. It just reminded me of the Arctic Monkeys, and that's what proper turned me off them. They proper lent into where they were from, which is a good thing in a way, but it's also incredibly difficult for me to listen to.
I get what you mean. Like I've mellowed out on that over the years. When I was in school, like when Arctic Monkeys and stuff were coming out, anything where it was like they sang really Britishly, I really didn't like. Even like aside from like indie rock, I really hated Towers of London. Even though like
God, they were bad.
The music they played was very similar to a lot of music that I liked, but the singing and the very cockneyness and look how British I am.
Yeah,
like,
it was done to caricature, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did you hear their cover of Freebird?
Oh God, no.
That's worth listening to. I completely forgot where I was going. What was I even just saying?
Something about you've gotten over your hate of.
Yeah, I think I've just probably through going to town and going to like the indie rock bars like Friars.
Yeah.
Then
I mean, this is perfect Friars
this
music.
This is perfect Friars music, which will mean nothing to most people that are listening, that are watching us on here. But it's just indie club anthemic rock.
Yeah, like I like. There's some bits of the music, and I don't know what it is, but it's like proper. It's not jangly. I think it's on track 2, Istanbul. Mm-hmm. Whatever the main bit of the song is instrumentally. It's like mainly drums. Yeah, that kind of thing. I don't like. Because the Arctic Monkeys did something similar. It sounds like an Arctic Monkeys track that I don't know the name of. I hate that because it. I don't know. It just
I don't
seems
even really
empty.
understand what it is that you hate there. It's just a riff.
Well, it's just I don't know. It just seems empty. But I like it when it's more guitar. Like it's more leaning into the hard rock thing.
Okay.
But I did surprise myself in a way. But one of the tracks on there, I can say this because it's a title track.
Those little bastards.
No, it's a fuck about.
Right.
Like when I saw that, I thought I'm gonna hate this song just because of its title.
You go into things so biased sometimes, don't you?
Yeah. But yeah, that was one of my favourite tracks on the album, just because it's people who don't give a fuck about things. It's like, yeah, I'm kind of there now in life.
Yeah, can relate.
Yeah.
My thoughts on the album were, I was expecting, like when we decided on this last week and I played 20 seconds of track 1, I think I said to you, like, standard FIFA soundtrack music, isn't it?
Yeah.
And, which it still is, basically. But I enjoyed it a lot more than I was expecting to.
Yeah, it's got a bit more social commentary to it. Like
that's what I like the most about it. And that like the first song on there, the 15 minutes in the algorithm, I was like, it feels a bit meta in that I'm doing these videos, editing them, sitting there watching YouTube Studio, watching the numbers go up and waiting for the algorithm to pick us up, whilst commenting on a song that sings about people like me doing that and how that's stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I did really like Istanbul as well. I know you just mentioned you don't like that melody bit, but the whole wanting to go for your Turkish teeth even though you're only like 20 years old and there's nothing wrong, but all that kind of vanity of modern day.
I think it was very spot on. Like, I don't know, it was a lot cleverer than what I've...
Yeah.
Not having listened to a lot of this kind of music, I think the accent puts me off and I just think, oh, they'll just be singing about shagging or doing drugs or something, which doesn't interest me at all. But yeah, it's very articulate. Like monthly subscription.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's like someone who's getting rich off doing OnlyFans, and then the guy who's like, those people do exist because I want to be one. Just don't want a relationship, and he wants just to shag about essentially, or he gets his kicks off buying porn.
Yeah, I think that's what surprised me the most, and that I was expecting it to be a lot of the stuff. I can't think of any like typical FIFA songs off the top of my
Imagine
head.
Dragons.
Yeah, stuff like that where it's the same kind of music sometimes, but it's also very disposable.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I listened to an album and I was like, whoa, that makes you think. Probably like something that I usually more attribute to hip hop. Maybe that's coming through with the singer being like a rapper in the past or something. Is that a lot of hip hop take the music away and it's like still good poetry that makes you think.
It's social commentary.
And yeah, with this, like take the music away, which I still thought the music was very good, and it's still fascinating the stuff that they're saying, and it's very interesting even without any music.
Yeah, I mean this is another thing that I bias. Like when I looked at the group, I just thought these people. No offense to them if they ever watch this video, but they don't look very smart.
Okay.
Shall we say? They look like people who probably spend their life in a pub. But
And they just look normal, I guess, is the thing, isn't it? Like, from rock musicians. From rock musicians.
Going well.
I know, I can't talk. Leave me alone. Like, watch the subtitles. You'll know what it means. With rock musicians, there's often, albeit not all the time, there's often a glam element to it. And looking the part, looking like a rock star, looking kind of narcissistic.
Yeah.
Whereas with these, they just look like normal guys that, like if you went down to the pub for a few pints, you might bump into one of them.
Yeah.
That's just based solely on one picture that I've seen of them. So
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, oh my God, we are absolute idiots.
Yeah.
Favourite tracks of the album?
Monthly Subscription, The Uninvited, and Fuck About. How about you?
I liked the first one, that 15 minutes of the algorithm, because it just hit home. Like with me watching the numbers, like, oh, you...
Scrolling through the videos for 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
Don't know, I used to do that, not for 6 hours a day, but God, what a waste of time that is.
Yeah. Well, I really liked Istanbul as well. And Those Little Bastards.
Yeah.
I really like that one. That's gonna be... If this band gets... Well, I was going to say if they get super big, they're number one in the charts, but like if they've got hashtag staying power, if they stay around for a while, then it would be a really fun thing to be in a club with Those Little Bastards on, and the DJ gets to the chorus, winds it down like they do for like So Sally Can Wait, and all the crowd joins in and everyone's Those Little Bastards.
That's a thing as well. Like we're saying, this is club music. Do you ever imagine these sticking in your head that long? I
mean, so far, it's difficult to say in that we listen to and review a new album every week. But so far, I imagine that these probably will be sticking in my head a lot. Because, like, on the drive over here today, I was thinking, like, it wouldn't surprise me if these were, like, the next Arctic Monkeys and the next ones that got really big.
Yeah. You just got to be from Yorkshire.
Yeah.
To be a rock band these days.
Yeah. Turn the distortion up and sing in your Yorkshire voice and you sorted.
E-bygone.
I'm back a thump. Any songs that you really didn't like?
No. Don't think so.
No.
I don't. Even that Istanbul one, it's just my prejudice against that kind of melody, did you say? I don't even know what you call it, but...
Yeah. I mean, I still don't understand what it is that you didn't like, but...
I'll show you after, so we can't play it, obviously.
Yeah, I don't want to get copyright struck.
Yeah.
Yeah, no songs on there that I didn't like either. It was just all very good, and...
10 out of 10.
We'll see, won't we? We're not there yet. Say if these were touring and tickets were like 20 quid a piece, would you want to go and see them?
No.
Would you not?
No, I don't know, because the people that I'd want to see are people that I've been with for a while. Like, I don't want to get out of my comfort zone.
Okay. How about, I think I've asked you this question before. I asked you that and then I said, if it was a situation of, I've got 2 tickets, I've won them in a contest or something, want to come with?
Yeah.
Use your free time.
I do it for free,
Yeah.
That's how much you're worth to me.
Although he only has like 4p to his name, so...
That's 4 P's. Garden peas. How about you? Would you go and see
I
them?
probably would. I really enjoyed this album, and I would, yeah, I'd be interested to see if they're as good live as they are in the album, because I thought they were really good in the album. So yeah, I would say they've won a fan in me.
It's not the most complicated music, is it? So I imagine they can pull it off live.
Yeah, like it's complex in its lyrics, but just its musicality is it's pop rock. So it's kept simple, but in keeping simple, it sticks in your head.
Yeah.
So
I'm all for simplicity in music.
yeah. So with that in mind, putting a number on it.
8.5.
Oh, that's high praise from you.
Yeah, just because of the accent.
Right. But still, that's a quite loved album, an 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I was thinking 9. It's not one that's... It's not parallel lines, is it?
No.
So, like, that's...
No, it definitely is completely different.
Yeah, I mean, it's one that maybe over time might build up to a 10 with me, but it's not one that within my first week of listening to it has made me think, holy moly, this is the best album I've heard. Like, it's probably one of the best new albums that I've heard in a good while.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes along the lines of the Snuts. I didn't hold out a lot of hope for them either, and yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, yeah. I probably preferred this over the Snuts, and I know the Snuts have got plenty of radio play in their album.
I've never heard them on the radio.
But you only listen to TalkSport, don't you? We've had this conversation. So. That will put us at an average of 8.75. Could that even be our highest score yet?
Yeah, maybe.
I think
It's
it
up
might
there,
be.
isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah.
Best album we've ever listened to.
High praise. The Reytons.
Yeah. Bye then.
Bye. Subscribe, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah.